Hey, Amanda here, bringing you into our life at Hotel Moro. This week's project was finishing the stairs that we built to get into the loft of the 3-bedroom apartment. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. It's totally free to do so and you can change your mind at any time. Also, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time our videos are posted, which should be every Tuesday. When we first bought the building, the main apartment only had 2 bedrooms, but we knew that there was space for a third. We had decided that we wanted to do a loft above it so that the kids had a space for all their toys and extra beds when they went to stay with Oma and Opa. Initially, we had used a ladder for the kids to be able to get up into the loft, but we knew that that wasn't a very good, permanent solution. It was a lot of work making sure that they were getting safely up and down the ladder to get in and out of the loft, so we quickly built some stairs. When we started, I found a stair calculator online, and I was able to kind of put in the dimensions of what we needed and kind of mess around with it and figure out what size the stairs needed to be in order to get safely from where we needed to go. And so we built our rough staircase out of 2x4s and plywood, and it has just been sitting like that for quite a while. We decided it was past time to put railing on the stairs to help keep the kids from falling off. We thought that we would need to mount the posts to the surface of the stairs, so we wanted to get that part finished before we started the railing project. For the top of the stairs, we ended up using a click and lock laminate flooring that we know eventually will match the flooring once we get it refinished in there. And then for the risers, we just wanted something nice and clean that would kind of tie in with the rest of the building. So we went with beadboard again, which we've used in some other projects around the hotel. It was actually really fast to cut the beadboard to size and get it all to fit in where we needed it to. And so we just cut it down, glued it, brad nailed it in place, and then we moved on to the treads. The laminate flooring is a lot thicker than I expected. Recently we've been using a lot of the vinyl plank floors, so it's a lot thinner. So when we went to figure out how things were going to fit together, the stair nose that I got to finish off the edges didn't quite cover what it needed to cover. So it got a little tricky on how we were gonna make that work. We were talking about some trim options and how we could use that to cover kind of the raw edges on the front of the stairs. As I was looking around, I realized that the lath that we had pulled off the ceiling was pretty much the exact size that we needed. So we cut that to size, I sanded it all down, and we put that in place for the trim pieces that we needed. So it was kind of nice to be able to use something that we had on hand. Also, when I was down in the basement, I came across some thin finish trim for the flooring, and it was like the same color. We had actually bought something similar, but in more of a quarter round. I kind of messed with both of them on the stairs and found that I really liked the way this trim that I found in the basement looked. It just kind of disappears. You don't notice it as much as you would have with the quarter round. So it was kind of a nice little surprise. To finish off the stairs, it went pretty quickly. Once we started working top to bottom, we would just do the tread, and then we'd do the little molding piece in the back and the stair nose in the front, and then just top to bottom, do all the stairs at once, and it went really quickly once we kind of got into a rhythm. As I was going, William found the extra stair noses that I was cutting off. They're made of kind of like a rubber, and so I was just using scissors and then tossing the extra scraps on the ground. And once I told him that he could have those extra pieces, he was super excited. It was like the best gift he had ever got. Once we got the stairs finished off, then we had to kind of decide how we were going to do the railing. So it was a lot of like holding boards up and just kind of deciding what angles things needed to be and what height and how we were going to kind of make it tie in with the railing that we've got around the top of the loft already. So it was a lot of just talking and discussing, like trying to figure out how things were going to fit together and how we wanted it to look when it was finished. One of the biggest challenges is that eventually I want to build cupboards under those stairs, so I didn't want the post to be like right in the way of like cupboard doors or whatever it is I decide to do there. That was kind of a challenge that we had to work around. And I think we achieved what we were hoping for. Next, we need to decide if we're going to leave it kind of the way it is, or if we want to put some fencing, kind of like we've got around the top of the loft. It's like a welded wire livestock panel, kind of more of what we were picturing for the railing. We just haven't decided if that's what we're going with or quite what we're gonna do. Do you think that eventually, whatever we decide, we'll probably sand all the wood down and paint, or not paint it, stain it the color of the flooring. That way it all kind of ties together and looks really nice. Love to know what you guys would do with the railing. Drop a comment and let me know what you think I should do. Like, should we leave it? Should we make it match the railing on the loft? I'm just still kind of undecided on what we should do there. One thing that we did talk about that we would probably do differently next time is instead of running the laminate planks lengthwise, like the same direction as the stairs, we would probably go the other way, just to make it so there's less waste and less cutting of the long sections of board. I think that it actually would have worked out better if we had done it that way. I hope you enjoyed this week's project. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter if you haven't done so already. Behind the scenes info, sneak peeks, family life, and so much more. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week.